If you guys want to be doing the most damage on your fire team in Destiny Rising, let me introduce you to TAN-2, the ultimate DPS meta character in Destiny Rising. In this video, I'm going to be showcasing all of his abilities, going over some of the artifacts that I'm using so that you guys can see what exactly this character is capable of. Because if you're going to want to take on some of the hardest content in Destiny Rising, you're going to need survivability and a ton of damage output, and TAN-2 is capable of both of these things. So Guardians, let's get into it. So if you guys want to get TAN-2, head on over to the draw tab, head on over to this permanent one right here. And as you can see, TAN-2 is a reward right here, classified as solar and support, a force enhancer capable of offering extensive combat improvements to their allies through exceptional buffs or healing effects. And he specializes in long range combat. These characters are good at using long range weapons and relic abilities to perform precision funnel blows and provide fire support. Now I will admit the long range combat isn't my favorite, mainly because his primary weapon is a scout rifle, which is classified as a piercing weapon, and his power weapon is a sniper rifle, also classified as a piercing weapon. And in case you're wondering, here are some of the scout rifles that I've already unlocked for him, and here are some of the sniper rifles that you're able to obtain. Now getting into his relic abilities, first off with his super, we have Blessing of Dusk, leaps into the air and plunges the Paralian wing into the ground, forming a blessed area. Blessing of Dusk provides ally damage bonus, and then you can actually switch modes into the Blessing of Dawn. TAN-2 leaps into the air and plunges the Paralian wing into the ground, forming a blessed area. Blessing of Dawn can heal allies at a high rate, which takes us to our next signature ability, which is the right bumper on controller. You switch from Duskstar mode to Dawnstar mode. So whatever mode you're in is going to change your super to either doing more damage or healing. You can't have both. If you guys are used to Destiny 2, where we get weapon damage and healing, it doesn't work like that in Destiny Rising. You have to choose one or the other, which is why it's probably going to be a good idea to bring two TAN-2s on your team and have one do the weapon damage bonus and one do the healing when you guys are doing that like boss encounter in the raid. And then we have his other signature ability called Sunset. Shoots a fireball forward that deals damage to combatants and inflicts Sunset Scorch and Corrupt. Sunset Scorch states that afflicted combatants take 125 solar damage per second. It is not stackable, and Corrupt states that prevents combatants from recovering health and increases their damage taken. TAN-2 also has a passive called Flare. While in Dawnstar or Duskstar mode, TAN-2 can accumulate two different kinds of Flare by dealing weapon damage. Scout Rifle and Sniper Rifle shots grant 3 and 15 Flare respectively. This effect has a 0.1 second cooldown. Once Flare reaches 100, the next Sunset or Sunrise will be enhanced. Casting an enhanced Sunset or Sunrise grants TAN-2 Phosphorus effect for 6 seconds. And the Phosphorus effect states that TAN-2 recovers 30 health per second and 2 energy of his current flare. He also gains 20% acceleration. Repeatedly gaining this effect extends its duration for a max duration of 10 seconds. Then we also have the relic traits over here. Miraculous Flame, Scout Rifle, and Sniper Rifle precision hits extend Sunset Scorch's duration by 2 and 5 seconds respectively. And we have the Relic Trait 2, Flare Flip. While TAN-2's Well of Blessing is present, activating the super again will switch it from Blessing of Dawn to Blessing of Dusk and vice versa. This is a really good trait because you're not just going to be locked to either healing or weapon damage. You'll actually be able to switch while you're in your super. And then he has his third relic trait, Scout Rifle and Sniper Rifle precision hits provide an additional 2 and 10 flare energy respectively. Then up here we have his weapon mastery, Morningstar's Guidance. At level 1, while in phosphorus state, weapons deal an additional hit of solar damage equal to 20% of the weapon's damage. Level 2, additional solar damage phosphorus deals is increased to 28%. Level 3, it increases to 38%. At level 4, while phosphorus is active, precision hits with sniper rifle, scout rifles extend the duration of phosphorus by 3 and 2 seconds respectively. And at level 5 weapon mastery, the additional solar damage phosphorus deals is increased to 50%. So we are currently in the Dawnstar mode. So when we shoot these combatants, so as you can see, the meter down here at the bottom is going to fill up. And now we can throw our healing grenade. You can either tap LB or you can hold it down and you can kind of like guide it with this ring here. So now we're going to press RB to do the other mode, the Dusk Star, and we're going to have a meter on the bottom left now while Dusk Star shooting combatants accumulates flare energy. That meter is going to fill up, and once it becomes all the way full, when we cast our ability, it's going to do 2 explosions, the initial impact and then like an ignition, kind of like in Destiny 2. So now that we have our meter full on the bottom right down here, we're going to cast our healing grenade on ourselves. Now you can see we have phosphorus activated. So on this servitor with base damage, we're hitting for 690. But now that we have our meter full, once we pop our healing grenade on ourselves, we're going to get an increase to our weapon damage. So we were hitting 690. And without the buff, we're back down to 690. So when phosphorus is active, we're going to be doing more damage, and there's also going to be an additional damage number popping up when phosphorus is active. So now that we've gone over his abilities and you've actually seen what they do, let's take a look at some of the artifacts that I'm using. Now keep in mind, I don't have all the artifacts unlocked. These are just the best ones that I have found so far for my playstyle. For the first one, we have Healing Planetismal. Recover 10.5% health after casting any ability. And as you can see in the background gameplay, I'm casting abilities very frequently, so I find this artifact to be very useful. I also have Healing Ground. Final blows landed while moving on the ground restore 5.6% health. So both of these artifacts are both contributing to getting my health restored. And these 2 artifacts are kind of like when I'm running and gunning, but these 2 artifacts over here is more for like boss damage. As you can see, this one right here, Calming Token, shots fired while stationary gain a plus 3.5% accuracy and plus 16.1% precision damage. So when it's time to DPS the boss and I'm just standing in my well, I'm going to be getting that boost to precision damage with my scout and my sniper rifle. And then over here I have Hawkeye Token. When hitting targets more than 20 meters away, weapons deal higher damage based on how far away they are, up to 16.8%. So you are going to have a lot of situations where you're going to pop your well far away from the boss. So these 2 perks kind of work in tandem together when you're doing boss damage, and then these 2 are kind of just when I'm running and gunning. And then we also have the talent tree. The first one gives you Condensed Glow, grants 15% damage resistance while Dawnstar is active, and damage dealt while the Dusk Star mode is increased by 10%. Talent Tree 2 is Phoenix. After casting an enhanced sunset, the next shot to hit a combatant will generate an explosion, dealing 1042 solar damage to combatants in a 5-meter radius. Talent Tree 3, we have Attunement. While in Dusk Star or Dawnstar mode, Sunset Sunrise recharges 50% faster. Talent Tree 4 increases the damage of Sunset and Sunset Scorch by 25 and 100% respectively. Talent Tree 5, Synergized Personas reduces the recharge time of Twilight Shift to 1 second, and Talent Tree 6 Focus Mine. When the corresponding mode's flare energy is full, Sunset or Sunrise will also be immediately and fully recharged. So as you can see, a fully leveled up Talent Tree is going to make TAN-2 even more powerful than he already is at base. And when you get all these talents unlocked, you get this dynamic avatar preview, which looks pretty damn cool. Kind of wish Destiny 2 had these animated emblems and stuff like that, but here we are. So as you can see with this overview of TAN-2, he is extremely powerful. He's able to output a lot of damage with his sniper rifles and his artifact combinations. Just remember, when you guys are out there, make sure you guys keep switching modes. Don't just stay in one mode, because then you're never going to be able to fully unlock the potential of TAN-2. And one little tip slash trick about TAN-2 is that when you cast your ability, whether it be your healing grenade or your like solar flare that you throw, immediately hit the right bumper and switch to your other ability. So let's say you cast your Sunset Fireball ability, you can immediately switch to the Sunrise Healing ability and cast that. And while you're in the Healing Sunrise mode, you can see a little meter down at the bottom showing you that your Sunset ability is still recharging even though you're in the Sunrise mode. So don't forget to keep switching your abilities. Don't just stay in the Sunset mode. Although shooting a fireball is very powerful, you're gonna have to sit there and wait. It is on a 12-second cooldown, and instead of just waiting 12 seconds to get your fireball again, you could be switching to your healing and getting that off while you wait for your fireball to fully reset. And with all that being said, that's going to do for the overview on TAN-2. If you guys are new here and need more Destiny Rising, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like if you found this helpful, and let me know down in the comments what your favorite artifacts are for TAN-2. Like I said, I did not unlock all the artifacts yet, so I truly don't know his full potential. So if you have any nasty artifact combinations, I want to know about them down in the comments so that I can try it out for myself. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next Destiny Rising video.